What up, what up, what up? Today we're gonna be talking about new makeup releases, mostly shit that I don't wanna buy and why. You can call it new makeup hot takes, anti-hauling, de-influencing, whatever. We're gonna be going through new makeup launches and what my thoughts on them are. The first thing we're gonna talk about is a launch that had me feel an excitement for beauty that I haven't felt in a really long time. And it's the Nabla Beyond Jelly Sheer Supple Lipsticks. When I first saw them post about this a few days ago when they were teasing the launch, I just got like butterflies. I was so excited because the marketing campaign is just delicious. It is so spot on. It taps into all of the things that I love about beauty, sheer, popsicle tints of color and juicy lips. And they had all these marketing images like collages that had pictures of like a tall glass of water and berries and like gummy bears bouncing off of lips. It was just like the marketing campaign for me. This was like a targeted launch. And I have been checking back on the Nabla page every single day to see if there were any more marketing images, swatches, influencer reviews and everything like that. But Nabla is an Italian brand. And so all the influencers doing reviews are in Italian, but I don't even care. I've been watching all of them and the products look beautiful. I'm a little bit nervous that they're going to be too thin and oily because anything that's that glossy and wet looking tends to have a very, very thin, watery formula. But there's a give and a take. To get that look, I might have to have a little bit of a thinner formula than I usually prefer, but I don't care because they look so beautiful. I did buy 5 shades this morning. Today was the launch day. I got Blooming, Libido, Ardor, Dea, and Lutz. So the second I get them, I will do a try on for YouTube Shorts. So stay tuned for that. But wow, I have not been this excited about a launch in a long time. And I know they look a lot like, the Revlon Glass Shine lipsticks. I didn't like those. I thought the fragrance was super artificial. I reviewed them years ago. I found the pigment to kind of like break up a little bit. It just wasn't my favorite kind of lipstick. Very thin and oily. This might be the same, but I do prefer the component of this as a traditional lipstick versus the Revlon ones. And I think these colors are more beautiful anyways. Okay, now I'm pulling up Trend Mood and I'm gonna start with the Huda Beauty Glow Wish Bright Light Hydrating Sheer Vegan Concealer. Already know I don't wanna buy this. It is a lightweight illuminating concealer that melts into the skin, has skin-loving ingredients, hydrates, rejuvenates for a natural skin-like finish. I love a natural skin-like finish, but the second I hear lightweight, to me that says sheer. And I do not like a sheer concealer. Also, it only has 15 shades. I get it for a sheer product. There's some flexibility. A few different complexions might work for one shade because it's sheer, but I need coverage. I got dark circles. I've got volume loss. I need a little bit more. And it doesn't mention the coverage. I'm just assuming that it's sheer, but it just doesn't look like anything special to me. What does look pretty interesting to me is the new Tom Ford Traceless Soft Matte Concealer. I do tend to prefer either a natural finish or a soft matte finish under my eyes. I'm intrigued because I have seen a review where someone said this was like their favorite concealer. They have 20 shades, so that's not bad. It's $60 though, so I would only purchase it during the Sephora VIB sale. And Trend Mood says this melds a hydrating skincare ingredient with imperfection blurring makeup technology with hyaluronic acid for fast acting up to 12-hour hydration and spherical powders to ensure silky smooth, seamless application for comfortable non-drying wear. I'm intrigued. I've never met a stick concealer that really gave me the coverage that I need. So I'm skeptical of this one. For $60, do I really want to spend my hard-earned money on a stick concealer, like in a format that usually doesn't work for me, when I have my Holy Grail Fit Glow concealer that literally can't be improved? Probably not, but we'll see. If enough people want me to review it, I can buy it. But for now, it's a pass. We have a new foundation launch from Burberry, which is their Beyond Wear Perfecting Matte Foundation. Yeah, I mean, blah, 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 long-lasting, breathable, lightweight formula, coverage is medium to full. Honestly, that does sound exactly like what I look for in a foundation. But this shade range, it's like 50 shades of beige and then 2 deep shades. I mean, come on, it's fucking ridiculous. At least according to the pictures on Trend Mood, but I'm not very impressed. Urban Decay just launched their 24/7 Inks liquid eyeliners. For me, it's a pass. Urban Decay does fantastic eyeliners. I love their 24/7 pencils, but I'm not a liquid liner girl, so it's gonna be a skip for me. Okay, Give Beauty, which is Gwen Stefani's brand, just launched a bunch of new eye products. There's their painted up, clean, 24-hour cream eyeshadow. They have gel eyeliners. Honestly, also a pass for me. I'd be happy to receive them in PR, but not the kind of product I would spend my money on. I've really realized over the past few years of being on YouTube and doing more declutters than I usually would as a regular consumer, I do not like any type of eye product that comes in a squeezy tube. I actually really don't like any product in general that comes in a squeezy tube unless it's like a primer, because I just find that you always inevitably squeeze out way too much product. It gets really wasteful. It's messy. I don't like products that I have to apply in the back of my hand in order to apply them on my face. I want my hands to be totally clean. So for me, this is the kind of product that just wouldn't work. I'm gonna skip all the random like Sesame Street Wet n Wild collab, the Nails Inc. X Squishmallows collab. Like, I would never be interested in that kind of stuff. What is interesting is the new Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser Dark Circle Treatment Concealer Brightener. So there's been a trend going around TikTok. I'm not super familiar with it because I stopped watching beauty TikTok, but basically people are like scraping bright pink blush into their loose powders and making a very kind of brightening pink under eye powder. That's the current trend, is like pink under eyes, I guess. I think it looks okay on some people. On others, I don't think it looks great. I think this is a trend that's gonna come and go, and Maybelline's probably just trying to capitalize on it. So for me, this would be a pass. I'm interested in this. Okay, Tarte has a new Park Avenue Princess Tanning Duo. Leave it to Tarte to just work a name to death. Like Maracuja, they just never stop using that. Or Shape Tape, or Park Avenue Princess. Like, I feel like they gotta let those names go. I don't need one category of product across like every single product. I don't know. Sometimes Tarte's branding just pisses me off a little bit, but that is totally irrelevant to this conversation. They're just bronzing drops that you can add into your moisturizer. I really like that customizability. I don't like any tanning products where I have to use a moisturizer instead of my regular moisturizer. So something that I can put in my moisturizer sounds like a really good way to add a little bit of a glow. And it looks like they have one shade. And what's interesting is Trend Mood says that you can get 2 for $39, but I don't want 2. I just want 1. So I don't know, TBD on that. Here's one that I have been eager to talk about. Okay, this new launch from Lawless. This is their lavender collection. Lawless. What are you doing? What are you doing? Always launching colors for people with very light skin who look like the founder. These colors will not look good on someone with dark skin. I mean, look at the model with dark skin. That looks like shit on her. Like, it's embarrassing that they posted that because it looks so patchy on her lips. Same thing with the other shade, Lavender Sorbet. Lavender Sorbet looks terrible on the model with dark skin. Why are they not including at least one color that looks great on dark skin? It's just, Lawless is really losing me. It just gives me, as Love Island contestants would say, it gives me the ick. Gives me the ick. It really just seems like they launch colors that only look good on people who are super fair. And in 2023, we're not about that. Uh-oh, these launches are coming for me. Nars is launching a sheer shiny lipstick. Ooh. Okay, this is the Afterglow Sensual Shine Hydrating Lipstick. They're $32. They come in 10 shades. They're gonna launch on April 1st. You bet your bottom dollar I will be buying one of these at least. I'm just such a sucker for a sheer shiny lipstick. I love it. And the colors look really beautiful. If you look at all the swatches, there are a lot of like skin colory kind of shades, which I really appreciate. Obviously, they've got some pops of peaches, apricots, reds, browns, berries, but a lot of like fleshy nudes that I really appreciate for all different skin tones. So for me, this looks great. I love that in the marketing campaign, they have applied every single color on 3 different skin tones. I find that to be super helpful. I think if I were to just purchase one for the review, I would probably purchase Dolce Vita, since that's a color in the standard Nars range that they have in, I think, lip products, blushes, things like that. And I've always thought that color was really beautiful, but I might be suckered into Orgasm as well because it does look quite nice. Is this a product that I need? No. Is it a product that I want? Yes. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold off until the Sephora VAB sale rolls around, which is 2 weeks after this launches, and I have a $200 gift card to Sephora. And so I think I'm going to buy some of the new launches then, but I'm going to exercise that muscle of control, and I'm not going to purchase them, you know, to try to get one of my reviews out and be one of the first to review them. It's just, yeah, I can wait. Next, we have the Stila Heaven's Dew Gel Lip Oil. Interesting. Oh, Oh no, I feel like we don't really see a lot of Stila anymore. I don't know. Is it just me or like I feel like their products are constantly out of stock on Sephora, which leads me to believe that they're kind of phasing them out. But this combines the high shine finish of a gloss with the skin conditioning benefits of an oil. $24 each. For me, it's kind of funny when people say that because I find oils to be the least nourishing. Oils are so thin, they're runny, they sink into the lips and they don't form any type of occlusive barrier. So I feel like they add hydration and then it just like evaporates and they leave my lips feeling more dry, which is why for me, a product that's really conditioning is something that's thicker and more occlusive, really forms a barrier and coats the lips. So lip oils just are not what I reach for when my lips are dry. And these colors are a little bit confusing to me. They're just extraordinarily sheer glittery shades. There's a clear, there's a copper, there are two gold glitter shades and like a dark silver glitter. Weird. Yeah, I don't see these being lip colors that I'd really want. Because with that amount of glitter, I feel like it's gonna be super gritty, and I really don't like gritty lip products. If I can feel any grit in a formula, it's going in the declutter bin. I just came across the Trend Mood post for the Nabla Sheer Shiny Lipsticks, and my comment underneath is, hot damn! Yeah, I was sold. I was sold. Ooh, I have a little bit of a hot take here. So we've got the new Say Glowy Super Skin Lightweight Hydro Bounce Serum Foundation. I'm wearing it today and it looks like shit. Okay, I'm gonna zoom you in. I'm wearing shade 4. And if you were like, ooh, girl, your skin looks a little rough today, this is why. Can you see, first of all, I have put on 4 layers of powder today because this is the second video that I'm filming. Just look how shiny it's making my skin. It's in an unflattering way. It is clinging on to texture and dryness around the sides of my nose that I didn't even know I had, that nothing else really emphasizes. It just, don't like it. I don't like it. Here's what I don't understand about Say. How do I phrase this? Say has great formulas separately. Every product that they have has a glowy finish. When you have that much emollients and that much slip in every single product, in their sunscreen, in their foundation, in their tinted sunscreen, in their glowy super gel primer, in their dewy blushes, in their highlighter, everything is so glowy and wet. And I guess I shouldn't give my full review here. I should save it for when I'm actually going to do the review of this. I haven't found a way to get this to work. I've only been wearing it today. I just got it today. So I'm going to keep testing it. The coverage is nice, but it is just far too glowy and there is like no amount of powder that keeps the shine down on this. So if you love a really like wet looking face, you'll probably really like it. But I do not. Tarte, Again, Tarte with the names. Glow tape highlighters. Like, we get it. Shape Tape, we get it. You don't have to name every single product after Shape Tape or Maracuja or Park Avenue Princess. Anyways, it's pretty much just a copy of the Charlotte Tilbury highlighters. And the thing about it that I don't understand is like everybody hates that packaging. I don't know a single person who's been like, love those squeezy tubes with the sponge at the end, my favorite. No, they get messy even though they have a lock function. They're super not hygienic if you're applying them directly to the face. Not that that really matters. It's not that big of a deal. Like I only apply highlighter right here and I don't tend to break out there. But still, it's just interesting to me that they would launch this in this kind of packaging that they know, I guarantee, everybody hates. But they're probably trying to capitalize off of Charlotte Tilbury, and in that case, I do see what they're doing. Just not gonna be for me. Ooh. Too Faced has the Lip Injection Extreme Lip Shaper Plumping Lip Liner. It says they are super plumping, medium to full coverage, demi-matte liners, supercharged with their lip injection technology. I don't know how it's plumping. I would have to understand, are they just adding menthol? Because I ain't about that life. Menthol really dries my lips out, it irritates them, and then it makes my lips look smaller and worse. So I'm hoping that it's plumping in terms of like skincare ingredients, in which case I would be interested in this line. I think the shades are nice. I'm glad to see that they included some darker shades. Seems like a really well-balanced line. Yeah, although the shades do appear to lean very warm, like there's just a lot of warm browns, peachy shades, apricot shades, and then there's like one kind of dusty pink. So I don't know if the colors are going to be for me, but the way the formula is described, I could be interested in it. I just really don't gravitate towards Too Faced as a brand. Their branding, their packaging, their their marketing campaigns, not really my kind of thing. God, these lip launches are killing me. Oh God. Pat McGrath is launching a Satin Allure lipstick. It has a satin shine finish, medium buildable coverage, comfortable, weightless creamy texture with a unique infusion of botanical collagen and passion fruit oil, creates a dewy effect, helping to keep lips seductively soft and moisturized. And they're $30 each. And what's interesting is it actually does look like it comes in shades that they already have in a different lipstick formula. Like I know Divine Rose, Nude Venus, In the Flesh, those do come in other formulas. I think for me, I would probably wait to see what other influencers are saying. Is this a really thin, slippery formula? Then I'll probably pass on it. I'm skipping ahead through a bunch of different launches, but I do want to talk about this Cali Ray palette. Yikes. This is the Endless Sunset Face and Eyeshadow Talc-Free Palette. Okay, it's $48. It's giving makeup you can buy at Claire's. It's giving makeup I could buy in like a surf shop on Venice Beach in California. This packaging looks so ridiculous to me. It feels like there's more wood than product, which I really don't like. And then if we skip to the names, Hot Cheeks, Ring Light, Brow Boner, Nudie Judies, Use Me Wet, WT Fox, or What the Fox, and Smolder. I mean, this is the definition of trying too hard, right? Like the founder of Cali Ray was the founder of Urban Decay. Clearly now she's on this like clean beauty path, trying to market and capitalize, trying to capitalize off of the clean beauty movement. It feels like she's really trying to do a Nars orgasm or a Nars deep throat kind of thing where she's going for shock value. But in the case of Nars, it kind of felt more authentic. It never seemed to me like they were doing that for shock value, but this to me seems intentionally ridiculous. And I don't think they're doing it in a way that's supposed to be a conversation starter. I feel like they're doing it and they genuinely think that this is what consumers want, like younger consumers want. Because clearly they're going for a more young aesthetic. And I don't know, if you're in your teens or 20s, can you let us know, does this kind of product and do these names resonate with you? Because Brow Boner? All right, Too Faced has come out with a skin tint with SPF 30. Comes in 18 shades. Yeah, I don't like skin tints. Not enough coverage. I tend to find that really thin, liquidy foundations emphasize texture for me. So I think while a lot of people think that really runny foundations are really blendable and so easy to apply, for me, I just always find that for some reason they end up making my skin look a lot worse. So not my kind of product. Summer Fridays came out with more shades of their lip butter line. I personally really didn't like this product. I don't get the hype. I feel like every influencer is obsessed with the lip butters, and I tried them at Sephora and I thought they were just really thin and slippery and underwhelming. They didn't make my lips feel particularly nourished at all. They were just like ultra buttery, so they just kind of like slid right off my lips. Definitely don't get the hype about them, but if you do love the formula, the shades do look very beautiful. Kayali just launched a perfume called Pistachio Gelato, and it has notes of bergamot, pistachio gelato, hazelnut, sweet rum and cardamom, geranium, white peony, jasmine, raspberry, white peach and pear, whipped cream, marshmallows, cotton candy, Turkish delight accord, cocoa, cedarwood, sandalwood, and tonka. All right, I can already tell right now this is gonna be way too sweet and way too artificial smelling for me. Ooh, and they have a note of rum in there too. Yeah, it's gonna be too astringent, so I can't say that the brand really appeals to me. I just find their fragrances to be overly sweet and overly artificial. But what I'm really interested in is DS and Durga's new fragrance, Pistachio, which looks a lot creamier and a lot more, I don't know, a lot more sophisticated, like what you would expect from a luxury fragrance house. So for me, the Kayali one is a skip. Okay, Maybelline came out with their Superstay 24-hour skin tint foundation. You know, you already know I don't like skin tints, so it's a pass for me, but this has vitamin C. Brands, can we stop with the vitamin C? As someone with sensitive skin, it is so frustrating when things are just pumped full of the latest ingredient that everybody loves, whether it's vitamin C, niacinamide, things like that. I don't even know what the next popular ingredient's gonna be. But if you layer a bunch of different actives and different products, my skin gets so angry. So yeah, for me, it's a double pass. Okay, let's talk about this new launch from IT Cosmetics. This is their Bye Bye Dark Spots Concealer and Serum. And what the name is referring to is the fact that they have 2% niacinamide in here, which is a pretty high concentration for a concealer. The most my skin can handle is 5% niacinamide, and even that is a lot for me. So I don't know that I would like this around my eye area because my eyes are more gentle than the rest of my face. So putting aside the niacinamide, this is a pass for me because I don't like the brush on the end. Like, that's gonna be a useless brush. I always prefer the brushes that I have in my collection versus a brush that comes on a product. But one thing I just wanna point out that I really applaud them for is not retouching their photos. You could see the texture in the shade Deep Neutral 61. You can see still the texture of the model's skin, but you can see that the product covered really, really well. And so you're left with the texture. This is where I'm glad to see the beauty industry go. Like, I really, really like that more and more brands are not retouching their images. And I think that's fantastic. You could see the same thing for all the models. Medium Cool 30, for example, they used a model with more mature skin. And so you can see that she looks beautiful. The concealer really did kind of perfect her skin, but you can still see her real natural texture. So I really appreciate IT Cosmetics for doing that. I won't be buying this, but I definitely applaud them for more transparent marketing. Kilian has a new perfume called Blue Moon Ginger Dash, and it's inspired by Kilian Hennessy's summer cocktail, the cult of beachside party drink from the 90s, Blue Lagoon, a mix of lemon vodka and blue curacao liqueur. The notes are lemon cologne, vodka accord, ginger, and ambroxan. Why? If I think about vodka as a note in perfume, vodka has like no flavor. It's like pure alcohol. It's just super astringent, and it would be so astringent on the nose. And when you combine that with lemon, oh man, when you combine that with lemon, ginger, and ambroxan, which are all notes that are very, very astringent, I feel like I'm gonna get a stomach ache and like my nose hurts just thinking about it. Then we have No Beauty, which is by Vanessa Hudgens. This launched, I feel like last year, and it was alongside Madison Beer. Did not hear a single person talk about it. Didn't even see a single influencer review their products. I think the concept behind the brand was that you do some type of genetic test to be then told what your ideal skincare products would be. And I feel like that's all well and done in theory. It's cool to see genetically like what you might need. But at the end of the day, we know what our skin needs. We can just look at ourselves and that tells us enough. So maybe the concept just didn't do well because it's definitely a rebranding without Madison Beer. All I know is that No is a pass for me. It's another celebrity cash grab brand and yeah, we just don't need it. Okay, really quickly on the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Body Cream launch, I just want to point out something interesting that I think is a step in the right direction for Charlotte Tilbury. I'm going to swipe ahead to there's a model here who seems to have more mature skin, and I really appreciate that they did that. Charlotte Tilbury as a brand is known for extreme retouching, very glamorous makeup looks, and to see a model with more mature skin who appears to be unretouched looks pretty great for Charlotte Tilbury. So I'm glad to see it. I'm not going to buy the product, but I'm glad to see that in the marketing. Ooh, this might be the first setting spray I'm really interested in. So Milk Makeup is launching a Pore Eclipse matte setting spray. Locks on makeup for 16 hours, blurs pores, controls shine for a soft focus finish. Hell yeah, that's exactly what I want. They say it's non-drying, non-sticky, sprays evenly, sets quickly. Yeah, let's do it. I would love to try that because every setting spray I try makes my skin look a lot glowier, and what I want is to mattify my skin. And I'm really interested in the marketing images for this. And judging by the way that this controlled shine on the model, hopefully they didn't add any powder and hopefully, you know, it was just a setting spray and it's all transparent. I mean, that looks very promising to me. I could really use it right now with the Safe foundation. My cheeks are just like metallic and it's not a look I like seeing. I like don't even want to look at myself in the viewfinder. So this is a product I actually could really use in my collection. Okay, we have to talk about the the roll away glow highlighter from Iconic London. We all used those glitter body roll-ons back in the 90s, right? And you never got even coverage. There is something about a roller ball where you'll get like I remember when we were like, I was putting it on my collarbones, you would get like a stripe of glitter and then it would just be like nothing and then like a stripe of glitter. So I'm so confused why they would put this in a roller ball. I feel like literally nobody asked for that. Someone in the comments wrote, roll away feels like the perfect name. Like, how is that not lifting foundation off the face? Someone said, the 90s have arrived. Seems cool, but gimmicky. Yeah, not hygienic. Looks like it'll be too messy. Yeah, My thoughts exactly. Okay, here's one where I have to exercise the muscle of control. We've got the Very Valentino 24-hour wear hydrating concealer. It comes in 20 shades. They do appear to be pretty evenly distributed. It's medium coverage, super creamy, lightweight concealer. Yeah, I could be convinced. There's a shade that looks like it would match me, which is, what is it? LIGR2, light with cool undertones. Although looking at the swatch on the light with cool undertones, the model A does not look like they have cool undertones, and also B, the concealer looks way too yellow under their eyes. That's a deal breaker. That's definitely going to be a pass for me, because if it's too yellow under their eyes, it means that it doesn't actually have pink undertones like I need. So I'm gonna save my money. I'm just swiping through here and I'm like, God, how do we have this many makeup launches? This is just crazy. Okay, now I'm all the way back to a post on February 10th, which was my birthday. And one thing I have been really interested in is the Armani Luminous Silk Glow Blush. It's a luminous silk finish that drapes your skin like silk. Fine pigments that give your skin a natural transparent flush of color with a satin finish. So it does look like a powder to me, which is speaking my language. I'm very interested in the bottom left shade. It looks like it could be a total my skin but better kind of color, goes with everything kind of color. Very interested in that, but Armani's an expensive brand. Do I need any more blushes? No, I could just use Laura Mercier Fresco, which is what I'm wearing today. It doesn't look great today because the Say foundation is just making everything on my skin look horrible, but it's a wonderful blush that looks very similar. So I think in this case, I'm gonna exercise that muscle of control. Maybe I'll purchase it during the Sephora sale when I do have a gift card. Otherwise, nah, it's gonna be a pass. Okay, it's 5 o'clock and I'm hungry. So interestingly, I did not see this on Trendmood. These are the new Victoria Beckham eyeshadow crayons. And I know Hourglass just came out with some as well. They sent me the entire collection from Victoria Beckham. So let me know if you would like a video with all of these. I can do an in-depth review. I've also got this Give Beauty mascara and these new lip tinted lip creams I got in PR, as well as the Say foundation. And I got some blushes and eyeshadows from Jones Road. So let me know if you want reviews on any of that stuff. Otherwise, I won't waste my time because your girl's busy. And now I'm running 2 YouTube channels. If you didn't know, I did launch a personal channel. My first video is all about feeling like I'm not ready to have kids, but you know, feeling your biological clock ticking. And it's all about that push and pull between your biological need to procreate versus my innate desire for freedom and stability. And I have a bunch of things planned for that channel. It'll all be conversations about therapy, couples therapy, family therapy, friendships, relationships, aging, death, different subjects that have to do with growing up and getting older and sort of coming to terms with that and how things ebb and flow. So they're very raw, unedited videos. I don't wear any makeup. It's just kind of me sitting down and having a chat with you and hoping that it's a place where people can feel seen. You know, it's going to be just very transparent conversations, and anything I share that's from a place of vulnerability isn't for sympathy or anything like that. It's always as a means of connection. So I hope that you can find a place where you feel a part of a warm community over, especially on my personal channel. I'll leave that linked on the screen above, the first video that I did. And I would love it if you could subscribe if you're interested, but it's not the kind of thing that I'm going to envision as, you know, turning into a business. I don't imagine it ever being a big channel. It's just a place where I want to put my personal stuff. So that's where I'll put my vlogs. That's where I'll put updates about chronic health and, you know, keep it a little bit separate, because some of you are really just here for beauty and I don't want to alienate you. But if you're here for the hard shit, for the challenges in life and the things that I share that sometimes are not all that happy, then go subscribe to my personal channel. And if you made it this far, thanks so much for watching. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up because it helps my channel grow. And wherever you are, I hope you're having a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.